Hey everybody, this is Texas Tiger Diggs. You know, I don't ordinarily do dailies like I did when I first started. If you see the number of videos I've got out there, you can tell when I first started I was showing my daily returns, whether they were 3/4, 3 zincs, or something more impressive. And it took a while before it got to be something more impressive. You know, came a long way to where I am and still have a long way to go. But in any case, let me give this a quick rundown. Now, I'm only doing this video because I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately, but I have been doing some detecting. Haven't felt great. The weather's been bad, and the bad weather, which is not horrible. I still go out, but it's also coincided with some sinus problems, upper respiratory issues, and things that have given me some fits. I actually had to go home from work early one day, and I don't think I've done that more than once or twice in the 15 years I've worked with my present employer. In any case, let me give you a quick rundown. Like I said, I have been detecting all week, only in short spurts. It's, you know, for the reasons I gave earlier. But I've been out with the Deus and the Compadre, and of course I'm still going out with the Safari. I'm going out with that pretty often because I am still studying, you know, how to optimize the use of the Safari. And when I started doing my my live dig video showing how I was trying to learn, I got a comment from a very, very prestigious person in our particular branch of YouTube and hobby about how I was swinging it too fast. No, I blow too fast. So I had to get an objective measure of speed to understand how fast to go. Now I'm going to make a comparison here. I've been using the Deus, which I would call the Ferrari of metal detectors. It's fast, and it reads almost as fast as you can swing it. Single frequency machine. And it's extremely fast, extremely fast. You can get two coins this close together underground almost and get the split between the coins. You know, I might be, but you sure can at that distance. I mean, it's very, very fast and very, very good. So when you're used to driving the Ferrari of metal detectors, and then you get into the Rolls Royce. Now, I'm not talking about the CTX 3030, which would be the Rolls Royce. I'm talking about the Mind Lab position in the industry as a luxury provider of detecting. And the Rolls Royce is just as good a car, if not better. It just doesn't accelerate as fast. So everything is a little bit slower. The question is, how slower? So I was slowing down my swing speed, but I didn't realize how slow to make my swing speed. And then I got, you know, I told you about this book before. This book told me what to do. In an open field, the swing is almost a 5-second swing, or a count of 5, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, or maybe even just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In an open field, that would be the speed that would be optimal for getting deep targets. And if you look at the trashy area, you know, 10 seconds or more would be good. Now, see, I needed that specific measurement. I can give you any more information about the book. You go out and buy it. I would really suggest buying this book if you can find it. Like I said, I had to go out to Great Britain to get it because I could not find it in the States. Doesn't mean it's not here. I just couldn't find it. In any case, here we go. This was a couple of days of hunts, in effect. It was a Compadre. I went out a couple of days ago and just swung it real fast. I wasn't dressed for the cold. It was colder than it was this morning, maybe in the high teens, and I just swung it fast. And I was using the 5 3/4 inch, 5.5 inch coil. So I wasn't really expecting much, but I did hit a little coin spill, you know, because like I say, with the Compadre. I've got a bell ringing in the background. I wonder if a train's coming. In any case, it was a train track not that far from here, which I'm not that comfortable with all the time. Anyway, and I hit it was actually a quarter, a nickel, and a penny. The penny is one of these crusty zincs. So that was a nice little return for about a 5-10 minute dang it's too cold hunt. So that was the Compadre. Now today I went out with the Safari using that swing speed that I learned, and I got a great result. An area that I hadn't got a lot of coins out of lately. Well, no, I don't actually look for coins, but you know, coins are what I get most of the time. Look for clad, but clad is what I get most of the time. But I did get some depth. But like I said, these are late 20th century parks, like you know, 60s, maybe a few 70s, 80s, and you know, in that range. So things are not real deep. So I'm not going to find a lot of deep targets. So I went out there and I found quite a few targets here at medium depth, 4.5, 5 inches at most, right in that range. And I got quite a few coins. The most coins I've ever got in such a short period of time. Not ever, but very rarely have I gotten this many. And I'll give you some other characteristic of these while I'm stacking them. There's a couple of quarters. And these are basically all either copper, that's a zinc. Either copper or non-crusty zincs, and this is this penny lost the contest with a lawnmower, and I got a nickel. So quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. So you know, this was not a bad hunt for about an hour and 5 minutes. You know, what's this? There's a shield penny. That shouldn't be there. All right, here we go. That's, you know, we got about you know, $1.20, $1.15. Not much, but you know, it was a very short period of time, and I was basically going out for a check down hunt to see how my slower swing would work. Very, very good result. So I really got no complaints there. You know, the slow swing, which I was advised by a very knowledgeable man that I needed to adopt. I couldn't adopt until I understood how slow the swing needed to be. Now that I can do a count, and you know, eventually the count will disappear, I know how fast to swing the Safari in order to get the maximum result. And these were a few pieces of junk I picked up. I picked up this at the first park and like I said, that was a low expectation hunt, so you actually got a penny out of it. And this, which looks like a little fixture of some kind. And then on the other hunt, and also got the zipper pull. In the other hunt, I got the, I don't know, aluminum label of some kind, and the shiny key. So that's pretty cool. Now, basically what I wanted to tell you now is, you know, I think I'm beginning to get a handle on how to swing the Safari, but that does not make me an expert in it. And the more I read the book, Andy Sabisha's book, like I said, suggest you buy it. The more I understand that the Safari does almost exactly the same thing as the E-Track, but the E-Track has much more customizations, and also it has that very, very great, you know, what MindLab is renowned for, conductivity and Ferris breakdown of numbers. You don't get that in the Safari, and you know, it was wise for them not to do it, and nobody would buy the E-Track. But so all of that data, according to Andy Sabisha, and I'd already somewhat come up with that idea, is there, but it's audio. So basically, you have a beep and dig machine with VCO and Ferris, you know, whatever the equivalent is on Ferris, And you're going to have to judge a lot of this by getting a feel for the tones. So that's not going to be an easy process, I can tell you right now. So, you know, I'm going to be working on it in any case. So let me get that off to the side. So that was my little return for the day and my jump. And let me bend down here. And this is the other coil I told you was coming. This is a 6-inch coil. You know, the Safari is supposed to be very good in trashy areas, as all the mine labs are supposed to be. But I got a trashy area coil, and I also bought, of course, the lower shaft. If you don't have these lower shafts, I mean, replacing a coil is just a pain in the butt on the E-Track or the Safari, unless you buy the lower shaft with it. So you've almost got to calculate not only the cost of the coil, which is not cheap for anything mine lab, you also have to calculate the 70 or 80 bucks for the lower shaft you're going to require just to make it usable. So if you take 2 coils out, you can use 2 coils without spending, you know, 10 or 15 minutes threading it on. If you have it took me a while to get this threaded because it did not go on simply. So, and you also know I have the big, so my coil purchases are finished for the Safari. I've got the 6-inch, I've got the stock 11-inch, and the big what I sometimes call crop circle 15-inch coil tech watt coil. So I'm pretty much set there. So that's basically where I've got. I'm gonna reiterate: get the Mind Lab Safari book. This is a great book by the same author. Get the XP Deus book. You just will learn things that you can't learn, that you can learn elsewhere, but he's got it all collated in there, and it's just so easy to go read through it. I think I've almost read the entire his Deus book cover to cover, and I've made a pretty good start on the Safari book. Hope if I can't go out tomorrow, I might finish reading it. Won't give me expertise, but at least give me the knowledge and maybe a head start on going the way to acquire the expertise. Anyway, this is Texas Tiger Digs, and that's all for me. That was longer than I planned it to be, but my stuff is always longer than I planned it to be. You have a wonderful day.